That
cover
was my biggest
systems.
complaint in the Harry Potter movies. They just stand face to face and just fuck each other up with spells. I'm like, hide behind the fucking wall. Fuck this guy up. Throw fucking Lumgardium Leviosa's like, over the fucking edge or something. Like, nah, they're just standing there fucking just smacking the shit out of each other with spells.
Harry
And
Potter proved you only need one. You only need to learn one spell really, really well. Expelliarmus, dude, just knock that fucking wand out of their hands. If Harry Potter had just focused on that and then like going and like taking like MMA classes, like Harry Potter with a wand plus Krav Maga, it'd be over. It'd be over for every single wizard in the movie.
Hey, Mateo, you brought it up a little earlier, man. Why don't you bring it back to your video game you was playing, man? Tell us about that.
So, is it just me and Pooch that have been playing Tunic for the past couple of days?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't checked it out yet, Doe.
Yeah, I was. I just had like stuff to do these past few nights.
Damn. That sucks.
I don't know about the developers. I don't know if Pooch can speak to that. I don't know if he looked into that. He usually looks at developers and things, and I don't. And he also follows a lot more indie games. But we talked about it a few months back. You're a little fox, and it looks like a straight up Zelda clone, and that's what it looked like in on all the trailers and everything. And the game is so much more than that. The entire game is a puzzle. It's ridiculous. There's nothing in the game that's explained to you at all. Every character you meet speaks a language you don't understand, or at least it's not translated for you. The instruction booklet, you have to find bits and pieces, and it looks like an old school like Nintendo like instruction booklet. And that's the only thing that kind of gives you a clue about the game, but that's also written in this language that you can't speak.
Damn.
It's like old school Zelda plus Dark Souls plus I don't know some kind of puzzle game. I don't even know these puzzles. Some of these puzzles are like beyond what I remember from like the old Zelda games, like what is it? Ocarina of Time? Not Ocarina of Time. What is the Super Nintendo one? Link to the Past.
Those are very basic puzzles.
Yeah.
Like hit some switches or some block puzzles or whatever. This is like Mateo said, old school Zelda, Dark Souls, and Fez. That's the missing piece.
Fez.
That game was so obtuse in terms of like you could do the simple things like just platforming through the levels, collecting things, but then you would just find things that you're just like, I know that I could progress. I have no idea what to do. And both of those games have the same mechanic of like almost all the tools are available for you. There's a few items that you need to like, traverse the world, but you encounter a thing, you could probably interact with it if you knew how. Like, for example, there's bonfires in the game, similar to like Elden Ring or Demon Souls or whatever the fuck. Just like a thing you interact with. When you die, you'll respawn there, right? When you walk through the world, like Mateo said, you could find like paper, and it's pieces of the game manual. Then you're kind of piecing it together. When you open up the game manual, you learn something new about the game.
Yep.
And I got one piece of the game manual, and it's like, yep, if you press L1 at the bonfire, you could like level up your character. And I'm like, all right, I've been playing for 4 hours and I haven't leveled up my character at all. And it's just like, I could have done that right from the opening moment of the game. I just never thought to press that button at that bonfire,
There's straight up missable shit. You cannot find the shield for a long time. You can potentially beat the entire game without ever finding the shield if you're just real unlucky and don't like just like explore this particular spot. I was looking on the subreddit because I was trying to figure out what the ability cards do, because I found no explanation of what those ability cards do yet.
I found the sheet that tells you.
I couldn't decipher what some of this shit was meant on that little instruction booklet page.
Yeah. So then, like Mateo said, these pages, it'll have some words in English, but the vast majority of them are just weird symbols. It's some other Tunic language or whatever.
I did see on Reddit that someone had deciphered it.
Oh, wow. I don't want to look.
I don't think they translated yet, but they deciphered the language at least.
Damn.
The game definitely wants you to decipher it, because there was one of the early pages you grab where it's telling you like press A to do some action.
Mhm.
They give you a sentence in English and they give you the same sentence in that weird language. So they're right there trying to give you the cipher. Like,
Yeah.
all right, match these symbols to these words somehow. Like, you got to figure that part out. But just them giving you that is probably enough to start, at least replace a bunch of letters and then trying to use some logic, like, oh, what are the most common double letters, and if you see double symbols, you swap those in until they make sense, and you play those types of games. I went through the shit with Fez trying to convert that language back in the day. Man, I wish I still had that notebook from college. It was fat with Fez notes.
No way.
Yeah, it was.
That's
That
wild.
was. I love that shit.
So the game is it like a 3D? It's not a side scroller because I haven't seen anything of this game. So is it top down or what is it?
It's like that isometric view. That's like the top down, but like slanted over. It's very like reminiscent of like old Zelda games. It's the controls are nice and tight. It's everything is colorful and like I don't know. It's a pretty game. It's visually very appealing. Like they use just really strong, bright, vibrant colors in all of their like everything that they're rendering.
And this is only a PC game, or is this like a Sony game too, or Xbox, or?
I'm playing with their Game Pass. I don't think it's on PlayStation. I think it's a timed exclusive.
I thought it was gonna be an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
So I'm also
it might
playing on
be.
Game Pass.
Okay, so I definitely won't play it.
Why?
I'm not gonna I don't got Game Pass, so
Just $10 a month. And you could just sign up and cancel at any time. You're not married to any of the services.
yeah, I'd just rather watch y'all play it then. If y'all stream it, I'll watch it. I've been finding it oddly enough that I prefer like certain games, just not buying it, but just watching someone else play it. Like Gran Turismo, for example. Like I played it off of Pucho's and Doughboy's account, like just like the share play, whatever, or the we're fucking sharing their screen shit. And I enjoyed it playing it like that, because then once I leave their shit, I don't have the braha of continuously playing to beat and get the licenses. I kind of just leave the braha alone, and I kind of like that feeling.
You get
like
to use all their upgrades and everything. Whenever
I use all their upgrades. They stuck at a point, I'll help them because I'm the the local fucking speed guy here. So I'm naturally gifted in the racing games.
Tony's the wheel man, huh?
Some would say I was the originator of the game driver. That was me. Some would say, but nah, I'm really good at the racing game, so I kind of help. But no, that's what I like about it, man. Because like I helped out Doughboy in it, and I backed away. I was like, I have enough, and the time's running out, so I'm good. And and I don't have no pressure now of trying to figure shit out. But yeah, I mean, so that's cool. Tunic, it sounds interesting enough if it's like Zelda, Dark Souls, and Fez, because Fez is a weird game.
It is a game that's all about exploration. And the map's not even that big. Like the map is it's a decent size, but it's not huge, right? But it's all about exploration, and they don't explain shit to you, and that's one of the best and the worst things about the game. There's some frustrating shit. I was telling Pooch, I just barely figured out that there's a shield parry move that you can do today, and there's some dash attack. I have no idea how to do it. I've done it accidentally like once.
Yeah, I've done it accidentally like 3 times, and I've tried. I can't do it.
Yep, same.
So you find that piece of the manual you said, or yeah,
and it's a thick manual too. I've got like 40 some odd pages of that thing so far.
I like that a lot.
I found the
game.
table
That's
of
really
contents.
interesting.
Sorry, what was that doing?
I think that's like one of the most interesting part of the game is that whole instruction manual is slowly getting information about the game, and I think that's actually pretty cool.
It's clever.
They added something that just made the game menu feel so fucking good. Is if you just press whatever the X button is on Xbox. So I just fucking talk in PlayStation buttons. So you press the PlayStation X button on the Xbox controller. It zooms in so close. so you could like really look at all the details in the manual, and it feels so good because like when I was a kid, I would spend so much time like with my face glued to these manuals. Like I wanted to read every word, I wanted to see every inch of like the character models and everything. So there's like it's giving me nostalgia, just like playing the game. The game manual is obviously in the game, and
Mhm.
you're like unlocking pages or whatever. Um,
I like that it's well worn. I like that there's like little like coffee mug like rings on the manual, and the pages look a little bit torn from where you've like like what is that called, dog marked like pages, and
yeah, there
there's
was
a
one
lot
bit
of
where there's handwriting in the manual, and I couldn't figure out what that meant, but it was like some kind of mathematical formula to figure something out.
oh, I haven't
Um,
noticed that yet. I need to go back and look at it.
um, but so yeah, like Mateo said, I usually care a bit about the developers and stuff like that. I'm always interested. So after this, though, he's gonna end up buying the game or getting the game.
I have Max. I'm gonna try it tonight.
Do you guys
It's six.
remember Cannibalt? It was like a mobile game. It was just a one button game. It was just
Mm-mm.
like a black and white game. A man's just running on a building, and you're just like jumping from building to building.
I
No,
do not
Oh
remember
wow.
that.
Okay.
Is this like from like Newgrounds or something like that?
No. This was on like cell phones, like in 2012 or whatever. It was one of the well known mobile games. Like it was. There weren't like a lot of mobile games that were known. Cannibal was one. Like obviously Angry Birds and shit like that. There was that game Threes, that puzzle game. So
Yeah.
there's games like that
I've
that are
heard
like
of
popular.
threes.
Yeah. Um, they didn't make threes. I'm just spitting off random mobile games at this point. They made fuck. It literally just escaped me. A Night in the Woods though. So
These are
yeah.
these people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can see that. I've never played that game, but I've seen some gameplay footage, and the models look very similar to that cute little fox. Yeah,
The
that makes sense.
writing in that game is incredible. Shout out to them. They had some big shit go down with them a few years ago. I remember with the leader of their shit getting into some shit, or somebody he got into some shit. Everybody was accusing him, and then he killed himself or some shit like that.
Damn.
It was real fucked up. Yeah, that development team has been going through some shit when like after that game came out.
Huh.
So shout out to
Yeah.
them for making.
Yeah, that was sad too, because Night in the Woods is so much about like depression and mental health and suicidal
Yes.
thoughts and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of granted, I don't know all the details. Not to say that that would justify anybody's suicide, but I don't know any of the details. It just seems shitty that like this game came out as kind of like a pouring out of someone's like heart and all their feelings, and then they just going off themselves anyways. Like that just seemed kind of fucked to me.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed Night in the Woods, even though it was like walking simulator. The game, it just felt really good, day by day, going and visiting your friends and seeing what you could do with different people.
Some games like that are very relaxing, man. I still have like a big soft spot in my heart for Dear Esther, and that's just a straight up walking simulator. There's no gameplay in that one. You just walk, and the game talks to you.
Yeah, I've played good ones and bad ones. Like Soma was pretty decent. I like the story that they tried to bring.
Gone Home might be the best one. I thought we all thought it was going to be scary when we first played it. It gave spooky vibes on purpose. It was good. It was solid.
What's the other one? Edith Finch, really
Never-
good.
Yeah,
I never
that's
played-
probably my favorite walking sim. Like what's the guy's name? Something Gaynor. Maybe Steve Gaynor, but yeah,
Mike
he made.
Gaynor is from South Park. My name's Mike Gaynor. He's
Man,
trying to
he's
get
the
into
guy who made.
he's trying to get into Cartman's amusement park.
I don't remember. You're
You don't
alone in
remember?
the world. Dude.
Cartman gets $1 million. He buys the amusement park. He doesn't let anyone in. Remember he
I
closes it
remember.
off.
Oh
I
yeah,
vaguely
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. And people were shitting on him, hating on him, like.
And everybody's trying to do it now. The Gracies, they're like, no, you can't come in, because that's how they're getting. His amusement park has gotten so popular by not letting anyone in.
Shit, I mean, that's the wave,
I'm
though.
sorry, this is a deviation. Keep going.
No, it's a funny deviation. Who the fuck are the Gracies?
It's just South Park. Macy's is Gracie's, and they're
That
like
makes
stopping people from coming
Sorry, I
in.
thought you were saying that real world people were trying to buy up amusement parks and lock people out. I was like, what the fuck? I haven't heard of this. Um, yeah, and then the soundtrack. I don't know if you guys ever
Ooh.
played Dust Force.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the soundtrack was so fucking good for that game. It was by Lifeformed, so they also do the soundtrack for Tunic, and the soundtrack for Tunic is just a very mellow soundtrack. It's not really like in your face.
Yep.
Like Fez is in your face. Like they're trying to tell you like, yo, Disaster Piece made this shit. Like you gotta listen to this shit. And it's good. And it's one of my favorite soundtracks. This is like of similar quality. It's just a very chill. It's like for me, it was like it sounds like these guys are tapping into like that lo-fi hip hop shit that is like popular now, but back in like 2011, like when they made like the Dust Force soundtrack. Um, so I don't know, and it's just tunes like that, but it isn't as hip hoppy. It's just like just chill vibes or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very mellow, very very mellow. The gameplay is real tight. There's lots of boss fights. I can't talk. I can talk about them as much as I want, but I don't want to spoil anything for Pooch. So
Nah, I don't care. As long as
uh,
it ain't crazy, but
the
boss fights I don't give a fuck about.
the hardest one is that I've done so far is called the Scavenger Boss. That dude fucked me up. That dude killed me at least 15 times.
Damn.
He made me rage quit the game once because I had him so close. And he smacked me and I died and I had to quit. I had to go and do something else for like a solid like hour and a half before I came back to the game.
That's a good game then. If it's like that, it got you like that, then that's a good game for you. Like you're into the game. Sure.
Yeah, I mean it's a Souls game in that way that like yeah, so when you die, you lose like your resources. You got to go back to your body to get your resources again and things like that. Um,
Yep.
but I found that I'm just like swimming in cash in this game. So like I haven't felt I've lost my cash a few times and I haven't like lost sleep over it. Um,
What's
but
your adventuring combo? What tools do you have in your toolbar?
I have a sword and sometimes I put dynamite. Now I found two magic items. So now I have the sword that blue like the ice attack and the fire attack. I got those three things.
Yep.
Um but I mean I haven't played much since getting them. Um yeah, and then yeah, you find little items to like upgrade your abilities. So you got like HP, strength, stamina, magic points, shit like that. Um, and yeah, at the bonfire, you just got to pay some money or whatever, and you get those upgrades. And I'm pretty good. I'm like all threes, and one of my stats is a four.
That's
Like
pretty
so,
good.
I've been exploring like a lot. I found like a lot of shit. Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking nooks and crannies. Like every little corner you'll turn, there's like a hidden ladder, or a hidden door, or a hidden chest, or something like that.
Yeah.
You
If
start
there's
at 0 or you start at 1?
start at 1. If there's a dark corner of the map though, just go shove your nose in there. See if it leads somewhere. They hide shit all over the place.
That's awesome. While we're
Yeah,
still
I'm a little mildly annoyed by that. Like the idea of like anytime the room is dark or if I'm in an area where I can't see the character, I just like scrape along all the edges until I accidentally find like a gap or something.
Oh
And
man,
it's
and
just like,
you can't run whenever you're exploring because you'll run right past the chest because it won't prompt you for X if you're in run mode.
yep. I've learned that lesson the hard way.
way.
that's not good for Doughboy.
There is one item in the game that has annoyed me because it killed me a couple of times on a boss fight. The decoy. Have you used the decoy yet? It's just a holographic version of you runs around. The path that decoy has chosen almost every time that I've used it is the exact path that I'm running. So here I am running, dropping my decoy, so hopefully it goes and takes the attention away from me, and he's just running parallel to me. Just the exact same path. It's bullshit, dude.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
when I used it one time, I saw that it was mimicking all of my moves. So I feel like the meta is to like throw it far from you and then have it mimic all your moves, but like so that other people could target it or whatever.
I'm probably using it wrong. I'm that's what I'm assuming, but Yeah, that thing has fucked me every time I've tried to use it.
Yeah, I mean the fucking game doesn't tell you how to use it though. That's the problem. So it's like, yeah, you're
I'm
using
using
it wrong, you won't figure it out.
I'm using random ability cards. I only know what one of my ability cards does right now. All the rest is just like, I don't know, it's a picture of a sword. I think it makes me hit harder. I don't know.
Yeah, the heart makes heart drops.
Oh, is that what that one does?
Yeah, I put it on without realizing, and out of nowhere, every other time I kill enemies, there'll just be hearts to pick up, and it heals you.
Shit, I had been wondering what triggered that, and yeah, man, I'm not observant enough to figure out these ability cards on my own, I guess.
The also, since we're still on game topics, State of Play dropped another little State of Play 2, I guess, and it's strictly Harry Potter. I'm obviously, I know you guys seen the trailer and stuff. Well, give me some takes on it, because I've yet to see the trailer. Like, is it something that, oh, this is a definite cop? Because I mean, I liked the trailer when they first announced it, but like, is this something that's worth the cop?
There are a lot of people that are going to be very excited about this. Like I watched it live. The chat was going crazy because it's YouTube, and YouTube is kind of trash with some of the live audiences you get at big announcements like that. It was just filled with W's. Like there was no meaningful conversation happening because it's a YouTube chat and there's 5,000 comments chat attempts every like 30 seconds. But people are hyped for it. It looks good. It looks gorgeous. It looks pretty well done, honestly. I'm worried about the combat.
Ooh, okay.
I'm a little worried about the combat. It feels like I felt like I saw that dude that was demoing the game taking a lot of hits while he was trying to do all this cool wizard stuff. And I feel like it's because most of the battles are like just you, and then versus like 5 other like things and creatures or whatever. It's not really a cover system. You don't see a wizard hiding behind like a little like ledge, like firing his wand over.
That was my biggest complaint in the Harry Potter movies. They just stand face to face and just fuck each other up with spells. I'm like, hide behind the fucking wall, fuck this guy up, throw fucking Lumgardium Leviosa's like over the fucking edge or something like. No, they're just standing there fucking just smacking the shit out of each other with spells.
Harry Potter proved you only need to learn one spell really, really well. Expelliarmus, dude, just knock that fucking wand out of their hands. if Harry Potter had just focused on that and then like going and like taking like MMA classes, like Harry Potter with a wand plus Krav Maga, it'd be over for every single wizard in the movie.
Does it have
Expelliarmus and then hits you with the grounding pound, and you're fucked.
He gets you in a rear naked choke. You tap out. Take that, Voldemort.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you, Gandalf, and choke your old ass out, bitch."
Does it give you like a way to build your character?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like purely an RPG. Like, there's like a stat tree. There's levels, experience. You literally create your character, skin color, gender, all that stuff. The only thing that didn't look like you were able to choose it is which house you end up in.
That sucks. I would
It made it seem like you create your character and you go in and the hat sorts you into a
maybe
school.
Based off your traits that you pick.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Maybe it's based off of isn't there like an official like Potterverse like quiz or something to figure out which house you're in? Maybe you connect your profile, and then if it figures out which house you're going to go in based on your quiz.
I'm more likely to be in Slytherin.
Joey be Hufflepuff.
He looks like a Hufflepuff.
Oh, he's definitely a Hufflepuff.
Dory reminds me of that little fat boy that went to Hufflepuff. Was it Hufflepuff or did he go to? Who was it?
Booch should be Gryffindor. He's the most honorable out of all of us.
Yep, I was gonna say. Yep, I said Mateo got the purple. Mateo looks like edgy, like he'll fit in with Ravenclaw. Tony's clearly a villain. You're definitely Slytherin. Like, there's no fucking question about it.
That's beast. That's real fucking beast. All right,
You're the first one that said you were Slytherin.
Yup.
Because it's haters.
How do you feel about all this Hufflepuff energy?
It's okay.
See, that's why you're a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, that's a Hufflepuff attitude.
Facts. That's cool. I'm going with the vibes. I don't need to learn the spell.
I'm just
saying all that, but
there's what now? Go ahead.
Are there like stoners in Harry Potter? Like, are there like anybody who clearly is like
The Hufflepuff
that guy
gang.
uses
I
drugs?
think the
This guy's on
Weasley
drugs.
twins clearly use
I was gonna
drugs.
say Ron Weasley's older twin brothers,
Them boys
obviously
is-
potheads.
Yeah, obviously.
They hit
I'm a bad
the
guy.
blunt while driving flying the broomstick. It was like, how high can we go? Like, it is fucking, you know what I mean? That's one of them boys.
Yeah, those two definitely partake.
Oh,
I'm at the
dope.
house.
That
House of
fat dude
Marijuana.
too. Yeah.
You
What's
think
his-
Hagrid is
Haggard. That man had the stash.
He's eating
bro.
mushrooms in that cabin for
That
sure.
nigga
For sure.
had the
He's
stash.
making
my-
his own ayahuasca.
Oh
over
my
there.
God, Hagrid is just imagining all these creatures he's telling him about. He's like, oh yeah, and the Pegasus is out of the woods. The fucking Hufflepuff too. I don't know. There's shit out there, man.
That man eating some of those magic mushrooms. I'll tell you that much. That boy's got the. He's got the bag.
Makes it real creepy that he spent most of his time just hanging out with like 3 kids that went to the school while he's over there tripping on mushrooms.
Could you imagine? You think he gave him like some shit on the side? Like, yo, here, take this. Don't worry about it. It's on the house. Man's a supplier, bro.
It could be.
But nah. So back to the game.
Hagrid's definitely a sovereign citizen.
Do you think the so it's an RPG, so I'm guessing you get to free roam around the house or around the school, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they were talking about in the trailer about how there's like some rooms that you're gonna see for the first time ever because they've never been shown in film, and you can roam around. You can use that. I forget. I don't know. I've watched the films like once or twice. There's some room they use in one of them where it fits whatever needs you have. Like they use it for like training in one of the movies. I think that room is in the games. I'm pretty sure, and becomes like your little like your customizable housing area that you can build out. So you can put like your crafting shit there and stuff like that.
That's fine.
It looks very involved. There's going to be lots of subsystems, lots of material gathering, lots of crafting.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be people playing through this game, just going to school, like because you could just do things in the school, like activities and things like that, and then you got to go to classes. So you got to go to your class and all that shit. And they named like 6 or 7 classes that you can attend. So I think there's some concept of choosing your curriculum or something like that. So
And they made it seem like it was full customization too. So like if you wanted to be like a potion wizard, which I guess is a thing that exists, you could be a wizard that mostly focuses on potions.
Nah, I definitely want all mischief shit, all that shit. I want all the hood shit. I'm telling you, if I become Slytherin, I'm on an all black suit. Fuck that green nigga. I'm going all black.
so you're gonna go to the class of the dark arts. That's where you're gonna be at.
Facts. I'm murking everything on sight. You don't fuck with me. I don't even know what the spell meant, but I'm gonna kill you. Simple and plain. Damn, maybe I am a Slytherin, bro. That's crazy.
Maybe it's clear.
Tony's just gonna cut class all the time anyway. He's not gonna have a wand. He's just gonna have like a gun in his belt.
America.
America. That's fucked
That's why
up.
that's why you don't see the American wizards.
Nah, like the film's pretty dope. I liked all the movies. I watched all of them. But no, yeah, I can't wait to check it out. Did the graphics look somewhat pleasable, or was it shitty?
They look pretty good, honestly. They look pretty good. Honestly, the only problem that this game is going to have with selling is whether J.K. Rowling is too controversial, that people don't want to support her work. I don't know how involved she is with any of the development of the game. They've been very careful about not mentioning her in press releases and trailers and shit like that.
It always seems like when,
But she's getting but she's getting some amount of money from it, right? Like there's no way she's not getting any fucking money.
absolutely. I think personally, you don't have to do a lot of mental gymnastics. You could not support what's going on with her and still enjoy this game because it's something that you grew up with. You can agree that she's being a shitty person and be happy that this is coming out as well.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I felt like there's like a trend going around where people are like covering up their Harry Potter tattoos and shit because of the things that J.K. Rowling was saying, and I was just like, I don't know, that feels like a little over dramatic to me, but Who knows?
I kind of agree. Like, I don't think that it takes away from, like, if the story was special to you when you read it as a kid to the point that you wanted to get a tattoo of it on your body, I don't think that the author being a shitty person means that that's like some kind of sign that you're a bigot yourself or something because you keep your tattoo. It's like, no,
Exactly.
this person managed to tell a story that was pretty emotional for me and like relatable to me.
I don't know, man.
Plus, the headcanon for Harry Potter is probably more fun than the actual like fucking canon. Even before she was shitty, she wanted to explain every fucking thing in the universe to like some crazy extent. I think I read one time about her like talking about how the wizards like bathrooms would work.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Wizards don't take fat shits every once in a while.
nah, I just wouldn't go to the bathroom. I would just make a spell where I'd be like, oh, I took a shit and it's gone. Like I
Where
wouldn't
would you
even
send
have
it to?
to fucking Hufflepuff's fucking bedroom. Right on Doe's fucking face. Like, take that. Watch.
That's a Slytherin move right there.
A fucking human turd on
I'll
somebody?
make a
That's
spell to turn it into a nice, tasty plate of mango. Bam.
That Mongo is shit. Hey, I agree with you.
God damn.
If that's what you're saying, yeah, Mongo is shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Dominicans are gonna hate me and like
Yeah.
when this drops.
Oh, I just don't listen to the nonsense you said, Tony. So.
Man, we're gonna lose that Mongoose sponsorship.
That Big Mongo ain't gonna fuck with us. They're gonna just be like, man, they're anti.
But
Every mango play is gonna come with a "Do not sport the one up podcast." Enemies of the state.
Damn, there's a restaurant up there that Doey went and dropped a bunch of stickers off at too. They're gonna burn them tonight.